What a wonderful time to come to all of you with this, our very special Selguru edition. This is our Diwali edition. So happy Diwali to all of you, from our family to yours, from the Selguru team to everybody out there, from NDTV to all of you. In this festival that is actually made of love and light, may you have the most incredible Diwali and the best year of your life. And just to prove to you how seriously we take our Diwali edition, let me take you through what I have for you on the show today. The OnePlus 70 Pro and the OnePlus 70 Pro McLaren Edition. Yes, they've done it before. They've come up again with a collaboration with McLaren, and that's where I think things become very special. Is it any good? Is it any different? Should you be buying it? We'll take you through that entire thing, of course. Also on the show, a question that has been asked by all of you. This question has been coming in on a very regular basis. So we said we'll do a refeature of this because you're all asking what is one of the best phones in that price category and point. The Oppo Reno 2Z, especially for its optical performance. But we'll give you all the chops on that phone. Of course, our Diwali buying guide special and a whole lot more.
OnePlus launched its 70 Pro and McLaren Edition at an event in London. We got the phones in our studios to grill and find out if the 70 Pro is a Pro flagship killer and what is different in the McLaren Edition. Two phones that have it all and are priced under 20,000 rupees. We pit the Samsung A50s against the Oppo A9 2020 to find out which is the real champion. And this is the Diwali season, and Rubina brings you a complete guide for smartphones according to your budget.
Let's move on to our main story now, the OnePlus 70 Pro and of course the McLaren edition of the same. But we'll actually tackle this story in very different ways. First, we'll do a review of the OnePlus 70 Pro. Then I will do a comparison between this and the OnePlus 7 Pro. Remember, OnePlus 7 Pro, OnePlus 70 Pro. Then we'll move to this, the McLaren Edition. Now let me give you my first impressions. Of course, the story has a lot going for it. So first and foremost, in terms of ergonomics and design, no real difference. There is a little bit of difference in the optics, slightly more battery, slightly faster charging. But other than that, the pop-up camera, the overall feel, the 3D screen curvature, almost everything remains pretty much the same. So there are no dramatic changes between this and the OnePlus 7 Pro, except for the price. So that has become more expensive. It's now 54,000 rupees. Do remember there are many variants in this. The McLaren Edition comes with 12 GB. This has many variants to it, so you can choose which one you want. So let's take a look at that. And now before we move on, I'm also going to give you a little bit of my impression on the McLaren Edition. Basically, it is the OnePlus 70 Pro, but in a very, very different look, form factor, build and material. Am I super impressed by it? I'm not, and let me tell you why. Because what they've done at the back is one of those beautiful designs that is embedded within. But for some reason, I feel it's not added much. I mean, it's grey, the copper brown and the burnt orange and everything else is beautiful to look at. But the actual design at the back, to some people, looked almost like there was a smudge on the phone till it catches the right light. I don't know whether that really is a huge differentiator. But remember, these are just my preliminary views. Full review, OnePlus 70 Pro, difference between this and the OnePlus 7 Pro and the McLaren Edition.
OnePlus is on a roll. Before we had time to really sink into the 70, they went ahead and launched the 70 Pro. It seems to be more of a small upgrade to the 7 Pro that was also launched this year. The OnePlus 70 Pro starts at 53,999 rupees, which is around 9,000 rupees more than the 7 Pro and a lot more than the 7T. Let's check out this haze blue color variant that the 7 Pro comes in and see if this refresh this fast was really needed. And what does the 7 Pro really bring to the table? In terms of design, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, in this case the tree being the 7 Pro. The design is eerily similar, and the only difference being this haze blue color the 70 Pro comes in. The pop-up selfie camera is still perched there. The phone is a delight to hold and use and feels premium with the glass and metal finish. The screen uses a lovely 3D glass on the top. The 70 Pro has a 6.67-inch QHD Plus AMOLED display. There's no notch and the screen has a refresh rate of 90 Hz, which is beautiful. We loved watching content on this phone also because there is Dolby Atmos support. There is an in-display fingerprint scanner which worked adequately fast on testing. The battery gets a small bump up from the OnePlus 7 Pro. This one has a 4085 mAh battery with Warp Charge 30T that the 7T also comes in. It does juice up the phone very quickly, and this is still a 30-watt charger at its core. One of the big things worth noticing in this phone is that it has a new Snapdragon 855 Plus chipset. We saw this chipset on the Asus ROG 2 as well, and in theory it is supposed to render graphics 15% faster. But while gaming, you will not notice much of a difference. The performance is really good of the 7T Pro, and we had no hiccups switching between apps and using the phone. The OnePlus 7T runs on Oxygen OS 10 out of the box like the OnePlus 7T. This is based on Android 10 and comes with features like gesture-based navigation. This phone only comes in one RAM and storage variant, 8GB and 256GB storage. The storage is more than enough for daily use. Coming to the optics, there is 48-megapixel primary lens which clicks some great detailed shots. The colors are real and the images are nothing short of a great flagship phone. There is an 8-megapixel telephoto lens and there is a 16-megapixel ultra-wide lens. The pictures are good and the edges are not too warped in the ultra-wide mode. The 7T Pro also gets a macro mode which can click amazing pictures when the subject is placed close to the lens. The nightscape mode is also on this, and the one upgrade from the 7 Pro is that the nightscape can now trick ultra-wide angle shots. The pop-up camera houses a 16-megapixel shooter which gave us good selfies, especially in the portrait mode where the depth didn't seem too forced. The camera also supports 4K video recording at 60 FPS, so it can be a good phone for content creators as well. The McLaren Edition of the 7T Pro also has been launched by OnePlus. It has these cool design elements on the back and it looks every bit the part to be a super fast phone. We like the orange accents on the side as well. The specifications remain the same as a regular edition except that this gets a 12GB RAM. And for this you will have to pay 58,999 rupees. When compared to the OnePlus 7 Pro, the 7T Pro gets minor improvements like the 855 Plus processor, a small improvement in battery and some camera modes added. There's no visible stark difference between the two phones, but there is quite a price difference. OnePlus seems to have made tiny bump-ups to an already very good phone, and maybe these things could have been waited for. But then again, if you are looking at a OnePlus phone today, then this has the highest specifications of the lot.
Moving on to our next story, this is a relook at a phone that we had already declared to be fantastic in its category. A lot of you have been asking about this phone, saying that for Diwali, this has got some great offers, it's actually doing very, very well. Is this the phone to buy? And then the question that comes up is, what about optics on this phone? That's what this Reno 2 entire series is known for, and the Z version of it is really very well known for two things. One, first ever phone with a rising camera that actually has video with a bokeh effect. So you can get some fantastic stuff for Diwali with the front camera. And the second is the one that really, really matters at a time where there's Diwali, there are parties and all of that. It's dark mode, it's night mode. The fact that this can actually pull off some great miraculous shots when the lighting isn't the best. So it could almost be in a space where there's very, very less light, especially the kind of photography you want to do in and around Diwali. We'll actually test it out once more just for you to tell you, is it as good as we thought right in the beginning? So a review of the phone and then all the other aspects.
Light up, it's Diwali. Diwali is the perfect occasion to click interesting and beautiful pictures. With diyas and lights everywhere, colorful sweets and sparkling clothes, we all want to shoot the picture-perfect moments, and all we need is a smartphone that can capture the magic. Oppo recently launched the Reno 2Z and we were thoroughly impressed with its optical performance, and here is why we recommend it as one of the best phones to capture Diwali shots this season. The front camera of the phone rises up beautifully and houses a number of tricks up its sleeves. The Reno 2Z is the world's first pop-up camera with bokeh effect in video, and so imagine the possibilities of creating content with it. Like as you see on the screen, even though there is a lot happening around our producer Rubina, she remains in focus and shines, and the background is nicely diffused in this bokeh video. We can even select the level of diffusion we want, and that's amazing. The Reno 2Z is ideal to make video content during Diwali with all the glitz and glamour around you, but make sure the focus remains on you. The other feature that blew our mind is the ultra dark mode, which is complemented by quad rear camera setup. This is the one we believe is a must feature to have during Diwali festivities. After all, mostly everything happens after dark. On the screen you can see some samples clicked in almost no light and low light, and we have to say that the Reno 2Z does an excellent job in capturing reproducing colors with minimum noise. Go ahead, click Diwali pictures with family and friends, and don't worry about there being no light, as the Reno 2Z surely lights up the photos. Apart from the optics, the Oppo Reno 2Z is an all-rounder too, with good battery life, a fast processor and a beautiful and bright display. The Reno 2Z costs 29,990 rupees, but since it's Diwali, Oppo has some good Diwali offers, like you will get the complete damage protection offer for 180 days on the recently launched Reno 2 series, offer valid till October 31st. These offers might bring the cost down for you and you won't have to think about burning your pockets. Customers purchasing the Reno 2 series from retail stores can avail 10% cashback on HDFC debit or credit cards. During this festive season, exciting additional exchange offers of up to Rs 7,000 will be available on the Oppo Reno 2 series. Our final verdict? We had a great time shooting with the Oppo Reno 2Z, and trust us, this makes for an ideal smartphone to get on this Diwali.
Let's move on to our next story, and this is really a big one, and one that has been asked by literally all of you. We've been flooded with questions on these two, because these two phones are literally at the top of their pecking order under Rs 20,000. This is the Oppo A9 2020 and this is the Samsung A50s. Now both offer some serious features, premium looks, great specs, excellent optics and lots of add-ons. Thus a shootout between these two is a very tough task, but as you've asked for it, let's get on with it. Let's talk about design. Both phones are excellent in terms of form factor and design. You can see it right now. But the Oppo A9 2020 gets a slight edge. It's also slightly heavier than the Samsung A50s though, and that's mainly because of the 5000 mAh battery inside. The V-shaped notch display on the Oppo is also a nice touch, but the Samsung is a true stunner too. Both phones come with excellent screens as well as serious horsepower, but the Oppo A9 2020 has double the RAM as an option. Oppo also comes with a quad camera setup, that's 4 cameras, whereas the A50s from Samsung comes with a triple camera setup. Both phones offer night mode. The Oppo A9 20 comes with an ultra night mode that works very well due to the f1.8 aperture. Video shot from the A9 were super steady with the gyro electronic image stabilization. Oppo also has a reverse charging feature and Dolby sound. Samsung also has a lot of extra features. So what's the final sell-guru verdict? Both the Samsung and the Oppo phones are easily the best in the under 20k category. And you could buy either of them without a second thought. The Oppo has a slight edge with better optics, battery life and RAM options. And now, of course, let's move on to the part that we all wait for, our Diwali buying guide. Now, remember, we're going to basically concentrate on phones because, once again, the offers are unbelievable. Some of them are actually of the kind where I feel I should buy 2-3 phones just for myself. Great offers, great stuff. This is our Diwali buying guide special.
Hello, I'm Rubina Mongia, and this time Diwali is extra bright and beautiful, especially for the smartphone market. And that's because over 100 phones have been launched in India right before Diwali, which means consumers have a lot of options to choose from, and that can get very confusing. So I have a special Diwali buying guide for you where I'm going to segment it according to your budget. Let's start with big dhamakas where money is no bar. I'm talking about the Samsung Galaxy Fold, the Samsung Note 10 Plus, and of course the iPhone 11 Pro Max. The iPhone 11 Pro Max is the best iPhone there is, and the Samsung Note 10 Plus is the best Android available in the market today. The iPhone 11 Pro Max comes with triple rear camera, Apple's fastest chipset and iOS 13 on board. The Note 10 Plus features the famous S Pen, quad rear camera setup and a gorgeous display. Then there is Samsung Galaxy Fold, which is what future tech looks like. Now let's talk about one of the most interesting segments, which is if your budget is between 30,000 to 50,000. I have shortlisted 3 phones for you, which is OnePlus 7T, the K20 Pro and the Asus ROG 2, which is especially for the gamers. The OnePlus 7T maintains its crown of being the flagship killer by bringing the top performance and beautiful 90Hz display at an affordable price point. Then we have the Asus ROG 2, which has world's fastest screen refresh rate, Snapdragon 855 Plus chipset with 8GB and 12GB RAM options. Moving on to the K20 Pro 8GB variant, which is priced at around 31,000 rupees. The K20 Pro is Xiaomi's flagship with triple camera, again a Snapdragon 855 processor, and there is MIUI on board.
Now I know you're the most eager to know which are the best phones under 20,000 rupees and which are the best phones under 10,000 rupees. So before I sign off from this segment, here they are.
Under 20k, we have the Redmi Note 8 Pro, Realme XT and the Samsung Galaxy A50s. If you want a high-performance phone and quad camera setup under 20k, Redmi Note 8 Pro is the phone to go. Then there is the Realme XT, which is Realme's best phone till date, and it comes with quad camera setup at the back and is really good to look at. Samsung A50s is an all-rounder with decent optics, good performance and comes with Samsung's brand value. Under 10k, I have shortlisted the Xiaomi Redmi Note 8, which brings a fantastic 48 megapixel camera, fast performance and quick charge. If you want a long-lasting battery and a unique design, Realme 5 is what you should be looking at. And my third pick is the Galaxy M20, which has one of the best displays under 10,000 rupees and its performance and battery is at par with the competition.
That's it from me then on Diwali buying segment. Hope you all have a wonderful Diwali.
And of course, we'll now concentrate on the special offers that are available. Look, lots of brands coming up with lots of amazing offers, and they're coming in at the speed of light. So we've done all your hard work. Here then are our special offers.
Diwali is the best time if you're looking to pick up a new phone, as there are so many offers and deals online and offline. We've shortlisted some cracker deals for you. During the Flipkart Big Diwali sale, you can get the Black Shark 2, which is a gaming smartphone, for 29,999 rupees, which was launched with a price tag of 45,999 rupees. This is a great deal. You can check out the deal on Amazon's Great Indian Festival on the Apple iPhone XS 64GB variant. The iPhone XS is down to 79,999 rupees from 89,900 rupees for a limited period. You can swap your old smartphone and receive another instant discount worth up to 7,850. Axis Bank, Citibank and RuPay card holders can avail 10% instant discount on their purchase. Samsung's affordable Galaxy M30 is also a part of the Amazon Great Indian Festival sale. The 4GB RAM 64GB storage variant of the Galaxy M30 is currently selling at 11,999, which otherwise costs 13,999 rupees. The bundled exchange offer carries a maximum instant discount worth 9,000 rupees. The Oppo F11 Pro 6GB and 128GB is down to 19,990 from 29,990 rupees on the Flipkart Diwali sale. The Google Pixel 3a series has again received discounts on Flipkart during the second Big Diwali sale 2019. The Google Pixel 3a 64GB is down to 29,999 rupees from 39,999 rupees. You can get an additional discount of 14,000 rupees maximum on exchanging an old smartphone. The Google Pixel 3a XL 64GB is down to 34,999 rupees from 44,999 on Flipkart right now.
Well, that then was our very special edition of the Sale Guru Diwali show. Do remember from our side once again, this is that time where we defeat evil and all good things happen. So defeat that absolute monster of technology that makes you buy things that are useless, that are gimmicky. Only buy the great stuff, and the only way for you to know what's the best is to watch the Sale Guru show. I'll see you next week.